All right, good morning. Angela says it's time to start. Welcome to the April 29th, 2025 CONFAB. Glad to have you with us this morning. Want to thank everyone for the pictures submitted. You'll see throughout, and at the end you'll see ones that didn't make the slides, but a number of different pictures across campus. Rebroadcast schedule, channel 971, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, as well as on the resident website anytime you would like. And call-in number is 6304. I don't know if you guys know Rick Myers back on that other picture. Rick is a professional photographer when he's not doing electrical work here. All right. Don't see Craig and I don't see Amy. Craig, you're hiding over there. All right, Craig Terrell. The other day I had an intense but necessary physical therapy session for vertigo. Afterwards I moved my car but became very unsteady and had to lean on vehicles for support. I eventually made it to a bench but didn't feel safe walking into the building alone. I called the front desk and requested assistance from the guard on duty. Craig promptly responded, brought the car, helped me in, drove me to the front entrance, and assisted me into the building and to a chair. Craig's calm demeanor, timely help prevented what could have been a senior fall. I'm grateful for his support, professionalism, and thank Craig for going above and beyond. Craig, come on up, please. Amy Jones. Amy's not here to get it. She would say she deserved this a long time ago. Story on Amy. My husband has always enjoyed all kinds of games, but felt that his poor hearing wouldn't allow him to participate in some of Harside's group games. After over a year of Amy's patient encouragement, my husband finally agreed to try bingo, a big step for him. He won 2 games and was elated to see, as Amy encouraged, he could do more than he thought. Amy's gentle persistence throughout over a year to my husband's resistance has greatly improved his quality of life in more ways than one. I'm so grateful for her and to Westminster Canterbury for employing faithful, persevering staff members such as Amy Jones. Congratulations, Amy. All right. Some honorable mentions here you can see up on the screen. I won't read all of them, but 10 or 11 submissions, and we appreciate you doing that. We have a committee that reviews and obviously delivered the 2 we had today. Now, Matt Ward.
Good morning. Good to see everybody today. Let's start with elevator modernization. First, let me say thank you. I know if you live in the Riverside building or travel through the Riverside building, you probably had to wait a little longer on an elevator, maybe even had to take another route from time to time. We just thank you for your patience as we work to complete that project. So number 5 in Riverside has been returned to service, and they have started with number 6. Estimated time of shutdown for each elevator car, individual car, is 9 to 10 weeks. They were able to shave, they being TK technicians, shave a couple weeks off of that. So we turned number 5 over a couple weeks earlier, so that's good. Parking deck update. We continue to work with Jamerson Lewis to improve the leaking or the leaks that we have at the parking deck when it rains, which is rare nowadays. We get some drips underneath. A1 was on site. 325, they removed all the caulking out of the expansion joints, cleaned and primed everything, and recaulked all the joints. I wish I could sit here and tell you that it's completely dry when it rains, but we still have a few drips. It is much improved. I do feel comfortable saying that, so that's a good thing. And we will continue to work with Jamerson Lewis on other areas that need to be addressed. Canterbury Gardens renovation. So after painting all the common spaces, new countertops, new kitchen cabinets, new flooring, and new carpet were installed in the Canterbury Gardens. And just a thank you to all of the staff for the teamwork and support while we worked there, along with the residents being patient as we completed that project. A lot of coordination. Other projects. Tomorrow, Wednesday, you'll see a crane in the Woods Edge parking lot. It probably will be closed down the Woods Edge parking lot, the first section, for most of the day. If you are parked in that first section, and when I say first section, that would be from the entrance doors of Woods Edge to the first set of rocked islands in the parking lot, adjacent from the generator. We'll be coning that off today and have a crane coming in to set a piece of HVAC equipment on the roof of Woods Edge. JCI fire alarm. So if you live in Creekside, you probably know they were here Monday. And if you live in the cottages, they're at the cottages today. Today also around 1 p.m., we have a small window of time to do the corridor testing in the Creekside building. So sorry about that, but it's something that we have to do. So probably 1 to 1:30 we'll be making noise in the Creekside building. We'll make an announcement before and after we do those tests. Kitchen hood cleaning, that's all our main kitchen hood exhaust. We have a third party come in and clean all of those. That's done every 6 months. It happens at night, obviously, when the kitchen is closed, and that is scheduled for tomorrow night. And PCRE inspections were performed in March in the Drinkard building. You might be wondering what PCRE stands for. Patient Care Related Electrical Equipment. It's something that we have to test annually and document and be able to provide inspectors upon request. Outside, beautiful outside. Just needs some rain. I think we're close to a couple inches below normal right now. Mowing has begun, obviously, not just here at my house as well. Takes a lot of time. Thinking about goats, but I don't know if the wife would like it. Mulching, we're getting close to seeing the end of that. If we haven't made it to your area, please bear with us. Decorative fountains outside, so there's one outside of the Wellness Center and one in the back of the cafe courtyard. They have been reopened. And irrigation will soon be activated for the season. I know we need it. It's heavy on our minds. We made an attempt to re-energize the system last week, and we noticed, well, we found out we have a main irrigation line up on Bishop's Lane that's busted. I'm leaning heavy on RSG to get out this week to make those repairs, and I promise you we'll get that back on as soon as we can. And enjoy the wonderful weather outside. Any questions from anybody? All right. Have a good day.
Good morning. So do I have a slide, Angela? Yeah, okay, great. All right, so safety visits are continuing. So check the schedule to see when we will visit your home. Just a reminder that you do not need to be there when we come to visit. That's okay. If you have something specific you want us to know, please leave us a note. Kitchen counter or table, also medications. We have a nurse with us who will pick up medications while we're there that you are no longer in need of, or they are expired, you want them to be discarded. Just leave them on your table and we'll take care of that. And now to some events for enrichment for the month of May. So on May 20th, Phil Garmy will be here to do a lecture on illuminated manuscripts. He did a lecture several years ago. This one's a little different. It's mainly about technology and how advanced technology has allowed us to learn so more about the manuscripts. So that should be interesting. Also on the 22nd, on the 20th, we have another one, WC University Art Lecture with Laura McManus, Inspired by Nature, and that's about botanical prints across media and time periods, and these are pieces that are permanent pieces of the Mayer collection that she will be talking about. Also, on the 22nd, Marion Farmer, resident here, will be doing a lecture on the American century. So we'll continue with movies and weekly series. And weekly series, I mean the Wednesday afternoons. Right now we're watching Doc Martin. We change that as the resident interest changes, or if we end a series, we'll start a new series. So just look for that in your weekly. That's going to we'll continue that as long as we have the space available. I know there are a lot of things happening in this room, a lot of competition for this room, so we have to share. French group movie on May the 8th, in here at 3 o'clock. And the Dante group movie, May 22nd at 4, Tia Mussolini. Oh, one more thing. So this just came about. So Life at Lynchburg has ended for the spring, but they are offering a field trip on the 21st of May to Old City Cemetery. And it is not just open to Life at Lynchburg participants. This is open, they've opened it to all of Westminster Canterbury residents. So if you are interested in attending that, I do have a bus scheduled for that. We plan to go to the cemetery. It's 10 a.m. is a tour of the roses. In addition to, I think, maybe the Hearst Museum, Hearst Room, I think they call that. So it's going to be about 2 hours. There's a couple of places that we will tour, and definitely the roses. Then our group will split off. We're going to go have lunch at Isabella's before we return here. But it's a nice opportunity if you have never been to the Old City Cemetery. One of their residents who passed, Jane White, was instrumental in caring for those roses and having all the different variety of roses there at the cemetery, and it's very impressive. So if you've never been, I invite you to join us for that. And the sign-up sheet is up now on the enrichment board down in the lobby, main lobby. Okay, so today I am Katrina as well. Katrina's enjoying Garden Day this morning, and they have a beautiful morning for it. This afternoon may be a different animal. It's going to get hot today, so if you're heading out, take your hat and some water. Okay, get ready, because I have about 5 pages up here. Now, I do not, come on now. Now, I don't have dates and times, so just check your calendars, your weekly and your monthly. I'm sure all of that is in there. Okay, here we go. So Kentucky Derby on the big screen, and you guys know you can bring your own drinks and snacks to that. Mother's Day tea is next Wednesday, I believe, in here. Mother's Day tea social, which is very nice. So make plans for that for the ladies. WC History Series with Phil Garmy. He's going to be busy in May. Holy Cross Church and School. I'm sure he'll do a great job with that. That'll be a good one. Book reading with Nancy Fisher. The A&E committee presents Letters from Home in concert. Social hour with Trevor Hicks. So Trevor Hicks and my husband have played together in a blues band, and he is excellent. We call him Big Trev. So you guys can call him Big Trev when he comes for social hour. Preakness horse race on the big screen. Travel safety tips with Lynchburg Police Department. Bells of the Blue Ridge handbell concert. A lecture with Mary Catherine McIntosh, 3 Graces of Lynchburg. Book discussion groups with the libraries. Sing-along, and then she goes into June a little, so we do have Father's Day ice cream social hour for June. I'm not sure who is performing for that, and also a June sing-along. Her trips for May. Easy Glass Theater as production of Footloose. The Academy has the Great Gatsby Ballet, Seven Hills Chorus Spring Concert. Forte Chamber Music, Jones Memorial Library Lecture Series, an evening of chamber music, back at the Academy, Rat Pack Together Again, tour of Brook Hill Farm and lunch. That's a really great organization here in town. If you do not know about them, it's a wonderful, they do wonderful work, and they're really nice folks. So I encourage you to go to that if you've never been out. You know, horses are great. Nothing better than horses, right? So Academy, Lynchburg Pops Community Band. Trips continued. You guys are going to be busy. Academy, Lynchburg Symphony Orchestra, the Greenbrier Bunker Fallout Shelter Tour and Lunch. So that sounds interesting. D-Day Memorial Stars and Stripes Forever concert. That's something she does every year. It's a great outing. Bells of the Blue Ridge concert at Snido Chapel. D-Day Memorial and 81st Anniversary commemoration. Back at the Academy, Roanoke Ballet performing Snow White. In-Station Fringe Festival. I don't know what that is. I'm curious. WC History Trip, Civil War Museum and Lunch, the Academy, The Magic of Motown. And then a couple of upcoming concerts, Letters from Home in May, the Rainier Trio in July, Riddle on the Harp in August. So it looks like all your favorites are returning. Last page are some pictures. So looks like the first one is from the Lynchburg, when the Lynchburg Fire Department was here with that lecture, a flower arrangement demonstration, and then the Belizeia Chamber Ensemble in concert, and then the history series with Dr. Cliff Potter, and Lunch Bunch tried out the Crown's Ember. All right, so any questions for myself or for Katrina? Any of these outings? Or anything about safety visits? That seems to stress you guys out, but please don't be stressed out about that, because we're in and out very quickly. And I will say this, so this week we are on our last outdoor area. We're on the odd numbered addresses of Westminster Way, so we'll move into Riverside next week. And this is not really an issue that we find in the cottages, but we find it here in the apartments, is folks storing things in their oven. So I know that it happens so frequently, and I know it's because the space is so tight, and you think, oh, well, I'm not using it. I'm just going to stick these cereal boxes in here, or, you know, about 1 million styrofoam cups, or all of your newspaper recycling. We found all of that before. So if you're one of those folks, let me know. And we will, do not move those things before I come and then put them back after I've been there. So just let me know, and if you're not using your oven, we can disconnect it. Some of Matt's guys can come out and disconnect that, and then no problem, and you can put whatever you want in there, okay? All right, thank you.
That's great. All right, good morning. I'm Kim. I'm here to do the wellness report. We have lots and lots and lots of fun things coming up in the month of May. We're going to start with Music in the Air. I know we're all looking forward to that. All the information can be seen on the screen. The sign-up sheets are on our sign-up board. Some of them are full. We've had great participation so far in that. So if you have any questions about that, just let Denise and I know, and we will do our best to answer them for you. Next, we have our Spring into Motion challenge. Make sure you get your challenge sheets to us so we can see if we have a winner. Sometimes there's prizes. I don't know. Next, starting on May 1st, our 8:30 class is going to be moving on to the terrace. I know our 8:30 class gets very excited to go outside around this time of year. So 8:30 exercise class starts May 1st, and then that will go up until sometime September-ish. We will see. Next, we're starting a new class that will start next Wednesday at 1:30. We are adding in a stretch class. It's going to be called Stretch and Restore, kind of get our joints and muscles all stretched out so we can be the best we can be. Next, we are throwing in a Back to the Basics workshop. That'll be in May as well. We're going to make sure all of our poses are correct, and we are doing everything we can to make sure our yoga is perfect. Soulmates, we have several walks coming up. We have the Blackwater Creek Trail. We have Chessie Trail. And we will be heading to lunch at the Palms after that. So that sounds good. Wellness board, make sure you sign up for those. We have our Friends with Parkinson's and our YMCA Parkinson's support group. Make sure you check out the dates in the weeklies and monthlies for those. Bateau rides, it's time for those. May 7th will be the day we go for bateau rides. There will be 4 different times. So make sure you get there to sign up because space is limited for each one. I think there's only 5 slots for each time that we go that day. So make sure you rush as soon as CONFAB's over to sign up for that. Just don't hurt each other. Next, pedal pushers. I love that name. All right, pedal pushers. We are going to the Danville River Walk, and then, of course, we're going to lunch at the Golden Leaf Bistro, so make sure you sign up for that as well. The Wishful Dinkers will be playing at Cross White this month. Make sure you sign up for that. That's already on the sign-up board, so go check that out. Wall of Ribbons. If you are new to Westminster Canterbury and you have not been part of our Wall of Ribbons, we do this it's the end of May, but we do it in June, so we sign up in May, and it's to honor anyone that has battled cancer, whether they are successful in their battle or not. We want to make sure we honor them, so the sign-up sheet for that is there. You'll put their name and make sure you put if it's in honor or in memory, and we will be putting those up the end of May, okay? We also have a new massage therapist that will be starting with us. Her name is Mary Gidgets, and she will be here on Sundays. So I am the go-between between the therapist and you. So if you are looking for a massage, we have 3 that will be in independent living. We have 2 that are here during the week, and like I said, Mary Gidgets will be here on Sundays. So if you're interested in that, come see me. And I think that is everything I have for you. If you have any questions, just let me know. Any questions? Nope. Awesome. Have a lovely day.
Morning. On Wednesday, April the 23rd, during National Volunteer Week, we held our annual volunteer reception, during which we presented the Lucille T. Drinkard Award for distinguished service to the agent to Elizabeth Liz Ziegner. To quote Max Guggenheimer, when you spend time with Liz, you could easily realize her strengths, which were numerous. Among her many contributions that were listed in her nomination, it was stated whether guiding the Board of Trustees and administration in working towards improving the physical campus, elevating its brand, or assuring its financial stability, Liz Zellner is more than a volunteer and an asset to Westminster Canterbury. She is a lifelong friend of the community. When Liz rotates off of the Board of Trustees in February, she will have given more than 16 years of her time to Westminster Canterbury. She does this joyfully and thoughtfully. In addition to the Lucille T. Drinkard Award, we also presented other awards to 20 deserving volunteers. From April 2024 to March of 2025, and that's how the volunteer calendar runs, is from April to March. We had 136 residents who volunteered on campus and or off campus. We had 95 nurses and interns, 17 employees, and 1 person from the community, for a total of 249 volunteers. An average of 94 people turn in sheets each month for a total of 17,785 hours. We break these hours down. 64 hours are from the employees, 3,574 hours are from nursing students, 536 hours are from interns, and our residents did 5,551 hours off campus and 13,611 hours on campus. Once again, I encourage you to turn in your time either by filling out a form that is located in the rack in the main lobby or by emailing me. The video is on from the program is on the resident website for your viewing pleasures. It will be on TV channel 971 starting Sunday, and look for the weekly to see the schedule of that. If you're looking for a place to volunteer, come see me. I'll do my best to help you. Currently, we are in need of volunteers in the Trash and Treasure Shop, hospice, and in the garden area of the Canterbury Gardens, formerly the Memory Support Unit. Once again, staff and I thank you say a thank you to all our volunteers.
Hello. There's something I learned early on in my ministry career. No one ever complains about a sermon being too short, and no one complains about a meeting being too short either. So I have nothing to report, nothing to add outside of the norm, but to say hello, and as always, I'm here for you. If you ever need a listening ear, any way that I can be a part of a help on your journey, let me know. That's all I've got.
I've sat through some of the best sermons in the world that were 14 minutes long and just thought they would have been really good if they stopped at 6. I agree with you, William. All right. Did I see Fran in here somewhere? Fran Albertson's asked me if anyone's interested in becoming a garden angel, please see her. She's right up here in the second row and would like to help outside in some different areas. We already have some volunteers, but can always use more. But the place is looking great. Thank you to Fran and all your volunteers. Renter policy. Seems like about once a year something comes up that is a reminder for all of us. So was told when we come in, I think marketing talks a little bit about renters policies for you in independent living, and as you go through the continuum, as well as the resident handbook talks a little bit about ensuring your contents. Little story, last week someone decided to flush something down a toilet that we should never flush down toilets, stopped up the toilet, started cascading water all throughout the apartment. Then water flows down, went to the next person below, and not exactly sure who's paying for what and how that looks, but I just thought I would share with you. There are times where we cause problems and we try to fix them, but there are times where you or someone around you may cause a problem. So it's worth looking at to see if you have a renter policy that could be helpful, and they don't cost a lot, but I just want to share that as a thought. Pets. So love animals. I have a couple myself. Our dogs, from time to time, we are finding are still having droppings in both liquid and solid formats. And would just ask, please, I know it's a challenge sometimes for you. You may wake up and not feel great and take a little time getting out the door, but would just ask you please have your animal in front of you or carry it so we don't have deposits in elevators or in the hallway. We don't nobody likes a code brown, so please, pet owners, be mindful of that. Lobby and the carpet, we are working on that. Hopefully in the next couple weeks we'll have a selection, and maybe in the next few months, 2 to 3 months, we may see some new carpet in the lobby. Been working with some residents with a committee for that. Also looking at eventually replacing the carpet in Brookhaven, Creekside, and Woods Edge as well over time. And that will be a long process, but we're trying just to get that right, get some good colors, and figure out the best way to do that. And some people will ask, how do you pay for that? So good news, earlier this month we received, there's couple years back, employee retention credit program the government had. And about 2 years ago, we applied for this employee retention credit program, and received a check a couple of weeks ago in the amount of about $2 million. So this money was something tied in with COVID that you had to have adverse consequences that you could show from COVID back in obviously 2021, 22, 23, but also have kept your employees on the payroll. As we all remember, it was a very difficult time and there were layoffs, and we went through that without having to do that, so we were eligible. So it's amazing. You get happy when you hear it, because obviously a lot of different things going on in Washington, and we didn't know, one, whether the program would be canceled or whatever would happen, so we're very thankful. But it's also interesting, as excited as I was, you know, within a couple hours, you're thinking, we have elevators. Our elevator process, modernization process we're going through is $1.1 million, and our carpet's probably going to be somewhere of at least $300,000 to $400,000 potentially, or more. So very timely to get this, but it's already spent. So anyway, but we're very, very thankful, and just wanted to share that good news with you. So I think those are most of my things, and then have one more topic to talk about. It's gift giving. So, Garden Angels, lobby. We just been made aware of some different issues here in the last couple of weeks, and actually going back to last year, about gift giving and how we've had some people that have tried to help some of our staff in different ways. We ask that you don't, and here's just a little follow-up on our policy. Our team members are prohibited from accepting gift cards, gifts, tips, loans from residents. Please do not give cash or anything of value to our team members, as it could jeopardize their employment. We have our Christmas fund, if you would like to contribute to that, which you all do so very generously, and we appreciate that. Next slide, we have talks just a little bit about team members may accept gifts or tips. No team members may accept gift or tips from residents, family members, or others that compensate or reward an individual. Gifts of food are acceptable if donated for fair distribution among all teammates within a department or floor, but all the gifts should be refused. Giving a cookie, a couple of different things. We try to bring them. If somebody brings something into our area, we put it in the workroom and share it with everyone, and we do that in EVS, building and grounds, nursing, and other areas. So we try to do that. I've had a couple of instances that we've been made aware of in the past few months. I'm finding out of just different stories that when you start asking questions that we're texting our employees, and we just somehow know a little too much. Our relationships here, and I value many of the relationships with I have a lot of you. When I go through new hire orientation, I always talk about how great you all are and how fun it is to work here, but there's a line to be crossed, and when we start talking about how I may miss my car payment or my house payment with you, and then you're kind of thinking, well, I can just help Angela and give her a little bit, that's not good. I had to pick on somebody, sorry. But we have a chaplain fund, again, which you all graciously donate to. And William, that chaplain fund, we give thousands upon thousands of dollars over years to help different people that have some issues. So we try to get a handle on that. So again, we just ask you to be mindful of that, because it can cause some challenges. Any questions on the gift policy or anything else I've gone over? Any general questions for William, Matt, or anyone else that spoke? Is anyone awake today? All right. You have a good day. It's a beautiful one. We will stick around. There are some more pictures. And I composed a little music, I think, to go along with it. Is that right? So please enjoy.